Now we're switching gears from solving inequalities graphically to solving them algebraically. Uh, the process is essentially the same as finding the x-intercepts when we're solving graphically. The difference is that instead of just viewing it visually, what we're going to do is we're going to create a number line and then test intervals that are created. So our first step is essentially the same as what it has been in the past with graphing. We start with x squared plus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Again, this is how we would find the x-intercepts if we were graphing. So will this factor? Are there two numbers that will multiply to negative 8 that add to 2? Well, that would be 4 and 2. This looks familiar. X plus 4 times x minus 2 equals 0. That means x plus 4 equals 0, or x minus 2 equals 0. X equals negative 4, or x equals 2. So that's going to create three different intervals. Let's start with negative 4 down here. So negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. And again, this is going to be 0 here. And then we're going to test points in each one of the intervals that are created. Less than negative 4 between negative 4 and 2, and greater than 2. So let's pick something over here. Let's say x equals negative 5. So x is less than negative 4. We'll go with negative 5. So negative 5 squared plus 2 times negative 5 minus 8. That equals 25 minus 10 minus 8, which equals 7. So that's positive. So we'll mark this interval down here. Anything less than negative 4 is positive. What about when negative 4 is less than x, which is less than 2? Well, let's test 0. So that would be when we substitute in 0 plus 0 minus 8. So 0 plus 0 minus 8, that's going to equal negative 8, which is going to be negative. So we'll mark that interval, negative 4 to 2, negative. And then what about when x is greater than 2? Let's use 3. It's the next number, whole number larger than 2, so that's going to give us 3 squared plus 2 times 3 minus 8, which equals 9 plus 6 minus 8, which is 15 minus 8, which equals 7, which is again positive. So what this tells us is that x squared plus 2x minus 8 is greater than or equal to 0 when x is less than negative 4, less than or equal to negative 4, because we have this inclusive greater than or equals to. It includes the equals. So when x is less than or equal to negative 4, or when x is greater than or equal to 2, then this expression x squared plus 2x minus 8 will be greater than or equal to 0. In interval notation, that's going to be negative infinity and then the negative 4 is inclusive. So we want a closed bracket. And then that's going to be combined with union. The 2 is inclusive as well. On 2 to infinity. So x squared plus 2x minus 8 is greater than or equal to 0 on the intervals -infinity to -4 inclusive and to infinity inclusive.